Hey everybody, it's Gretchen. It's Tuesday, and we're talking about perfection. So we're helping a friend of Shan's with a great cause, which Megan had said that we have actually talked about Girls Inc. before, but they're an amazing organization, and I'm all for anything that helps anyone, be it girl, boy, whatever, help kids to see their value beyond the physical and all those other things that we hold each other to sometimes. Personally, really struggled with that word perfect. And I grew up in kind of a world where you weren't allowed to have wrinkled clothes or say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, and it was so much about perception. And I always tried really hard, to the point of sacrificing health, sanity, even as a little kid, to try and get on that hamster wheel and see what I could do to make things perfect. And it was hard when you're different. And as Megan said, when you're left of center, when you're just a little left of center, and you don't look like the other girls. And, I was never the pretty girl. And I've never been that. And it always really bothered me. There's a poem, I think it's Diane Wachowski, where she says, she has all of these great confidences and great, great attitude towards life. But sometimes, she sees the way that a man would look at a gorgeous woman walking by. And she says, sometimes I just want a beauty that they can recognize. And that's kind of how I always felt. I knew that I had something. I feel like I always knew that I was smart, or that I had these gifts, which sounds very egotistical, but it's true. I always felt like I knew that I was pretty great, but I couldn't understand why I couldn't be as great as other people needed me to be. And it wasn't until I got older, moved away from home, and kind of explored the world and different cultures and studied and traveled, and that I got to see that there's a lot of imperfection in the world, and that's pretty much the best thing that could ever exist, because if we were all the same, but it takes time, and it takes letting go of what anybody else thinks about you. If you feel like everybody's staring at you and they're judging you, I guarantee they're most likely thinking, oh my God, everybody's staring at me and judging me. And so I wrote this little poem-y thing, and I hope you all go check out Girls Inc.'s website, and that you will donate if you're able to donate, and if not, you just do what you can to help the cause in your world. Perfect implies enough. A judgment of exteriors, appearances, inferiors, and beauty queens who have enough pretty, enough money, enough success, and enough of a sense of what's expected by every single eye. Perfect implies enough. Enough inside, not too much outside, enough pretty princess girl, enough brave strong boy, enough pressure in every situation to break our backs towards that perfection. Perfect implies enough, and it's not the fault of the word perfection. It's merely our definition, perception, reflection. Perfect does indeed imply enough, but enough acceptance, enough blind affection for every curve and misstep, enough forgiveness for everyone with misguided expectation, enough joy to help us dance instead of pace, laugh instead of panic, live instead of placing the value of our breath in anyone's hands but ours. I write the definitions. I honor no expectation. I am enough, and I am perfect. And so are you. I love you guys. Have a great week.